Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about which program is right for you. So before I start, sorry if you hear my dog panting. We just went for a walk and she's laying right under my legs right now. And it's really hot inside and outside. I have the AC on, but it's literally the real feel I think is like 100 something degrees today. So it's ridiculous. But anyway, we're gonna get started on how you should decide if a program is right for you or not. So one important thing to consider is the cost. So grad school in general is super expensive. So what you want to look into is how much it costs a credit, and also you want to look into if there's any types of scholarships that the school offers or any type of scholarships that you can get, as well as if the school has any graduate assistantships. Like at my school, you could get a graduate assistantship, and basically you would work, you could do part-time or full-time. Full-time was 20 hours a week. And what would happen is you would work and they would cover pretty much almost all of your tuition, and you could do it for up to 2 years, and besides your third year's internship. So you can get all of your tuition covered, and then they give you a really small amount of money. But it's nice if you need that loan refund, or if the only reason why you couldn't afford it was because of the loans and the tuition that you would have to pay for, because it would take it right out. So that's something to consider if the cost, is important to you and something that you're worried about, because each program is gonna offer something different. Another important thing to consider when picking a program is location, because for school psychology, and honestly probably any grad school program, since it's super specific, there aren't that many programs. So for example, the school that I went to, I was able to move within 15 minutes, but we had some people in the program that would literally drive an hour and a half to get here because it was the closest for them. So if you're in a position to move, make sure that's somewhere close. And if you're not, then look at where the closest programs are to you, because you might think you're near one and it's actually really far away. So that's something to consider as well. And some people just aren't in a position to change location. So you really want to consider how you're going to get to the school and how far it is in relation to where you are now, or if you can move. Going off of that last point, another important thing to consider when picking a grad school program for you is the time of the classes. I know some people have families, some people have full-time jobs during the day and have to go to school part-time. So it'll be important to make sure that whatever program you're choosing, you can actually attend the classes. For example, let's say you're working full-time and you're a parent and you wouldn't have anyone to watch your kid until the afternoon. Well, you don't want to get accepted into a program and then realize all the classes that you have to take are in the morning when you have to work. And there are some programs that are catered to older adults and working people or parents. And even my program, our classes were in the evenings from like 5 to 8, 5:30 to 8:30, something like that, so that people can attend the classes after they get off of work. And it was just a couple times a week or once a week. And then in the summer, there would be some online classes. So you definitely want to look into that, especially if you have a tighter schedule and you think that, oh, maybe I can't attend grad school. Well, no, you can, but you really just have to look at the programs and what time their classes are offered. That'll be something you'd want to figure out before you apply, because if the classes aren't gonna fit around your working schedule and there's no way you can change your working schedule, then you don't even wanna apply there. Lastly, what I wanna mention for something you should consider is the quality of the education. So I know in my video of my education journey, I had mentioned how I had to choose which school I wanted to go to when I got into Ivy League school. Being a school psychologist, I don't think it's important for the name, because there's such a shortage for school psychologists that even if you go to a school that's not an Ivy League, you're not gonna, or you shouldn't, I'm not gonna say not going to, but you shouldn't have difficulty finding a job because we're needed. What's more important when considering the education is if the program is NASP approved or not, because there are some programs that are shorter and it may be easier for you to get into, but there's a school psychologist program that's not NASP approved. So that can cause a whole array of issues when you go to get a job, for example, because when it's NASP approved, they have to have a certain set standards that the school has to abide by, but one that isn't approved doesn't have to. So what might end up happening is you go to get a job, they look at your classes, realize you're not NASP approved, you need to prove that you had all the credentials and that you are able to work. Or what also could happen is something like you might want to go on and get your PhD, but have to retake pretty much the whole entire program because none of your credits will transfer over because they don't know how they were taught since the program wasn't NASP approved. I could try to get more into NASP approved programs in a different video. The short version is that it's just easier if you're going into school psychology to go to a school that is NASP approved, because it should help to avoid so many headaches that might come along. But all right guys, again, I want to keep this video short so that you guys can get your information really quick. If you have any questions that you feel like I didn't answer or that you want me to go more into detail about, you can leave that down below and I can answer you, or maybe even make a video about it if enough people are interested. But as always, take care and thank you for watching so much, and I'll see you next time on Nature Angel. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye.